Hey guys, welcome back to the world of the humble companies. This is the Chilean Retro Gamer, and the game I'm going to be playing is Super Burger Time on the arcade. Remember guys, this is also available on GameAnyone.com. So let's continue playing Data East games from 1990 with this sequel of a great classic from the 80s, I think from 82 specifically, that was released on the arcades and also on the NES among other systems. Super Burger Time is basically a puzzle platformer game, obviously a lot better in terms of graphics, gameplay and music than the prequel. As you can see, the main objective, for the ones who don't know what Burger Time is to make burgers, simple as that, and obviously defeat the enemies if you can. You have a limited amount of pepper attacks for you to kill enemies. First of all, for you to paralyze enemies, and just by touching them after paralyzing, you can kill them afterwards. And right now I'm using the infinite life cheat and also the infinite pepper and other weapons you can actually get. Well, let's call them weapons I can get. I normally play with cheats in these kind of games. The only cheat I don't like is invincibility. I want to, you know, have a little bit of challenge, even if I die a lot of times anyways. But well, I've said plenty of times, mame in itself, to play mame emulator is a cheat in itself. Anyway, let's move on. As you can see, the first levels are fucking easy, fucking fast. There are 4 worlds, or 4 or 5 worlds, no, I think there are 4 worlds. And 4 levels in each. 3 normal levels, some of them are really long because, as you can see now, I have to make a giant burger. And not only because of the size, I mean, I think that you can do very small burgers and takes you nothing basically to make them, but in this case you have to jump over each of the ingredients. Obviously my strategy basically is to start with the piece of bread, and then to do the same as long as I'm making progress. As you can see, I don't normally, you can actually do the same with the tomato, with the lettuce, with the cheese, but I don't do that. I don't like it, so I prefer to go through to the top immediately, which is actually the most complicated part to have access to, honestly, and then to do all this procedure. That's why I normally repeat through the levels. And the big one actually doesn't make so much of a difference in comparison to the mid-size, if you will, burgers. The small ones actually are easy to make, as I said before. Takes you those take you nothing, but the other ones basically take you the same 2 or 3 steps, or jumps, 4 in this case. And I just clear 3 out of 4 levels, and when you see this background, it's not, I don't know, a clown, a gay clown. Anyway, for now the boss is a bunch of bees. And I'm dying, as you can see. You die only 1 touch. Well, this game can be compared in some aspects to Bubble Bobble, Snow Brothers, that was released the same year, Tumble Pop, among others. It's one of my favorite genres actually, so I really enjoy playing these games. And now we are in the forest. That was a quick battle actually. The good thing is that bosses take very few amount of hits. I normally confused that word. It happened to me, I think, in a couple of projects ago. But yeah, it takes you very little damage for you to kill them. Even the final boss, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but yeah, it's not so much of a long battle. For example, if you want to compare this to Dark Seal, the previous walkthrough I did, another Data East game from 1990. These are the small burgers. See, it actually takes you just 1 jump for make all the ingredients full. Obviously, if you jump on the piece of bread first, you move all the other ingredients. That's advantage. But obviously, it requires more effort. You definitely have to go to the top and deal with more enemies in order to do so. This hammer is fucking annoying. Probably it's the most annoying enemy. No, it's not the most annoying enemy. The most annoying one, in my opinion, is that watermelon, I think, that jumps randomly at you, and well, you're basically. And yeah, the hammer actually is really annoying too, because doesn't kill you himself, but it paralyzes you or makes you jump when you don't want to do so. So there you have it. There are a few items, as you can see, in the hanging on the window frame. I don't know, of this castle, or little towers. Actually, they give you different abilities. I think there are a pair of shoes. If you get them, you are able to get more speed, higher jumps as well. But in this case, actually, it's not very convenient. Sometimes speed is good. That's a pair of shoes I think you can see on the left. Also, you can get different attacks. I think you can shoot water instead of pepper. Doesn't make so much of a difference. Actually, pepper works pretty well just by hitting them once in the case of the small enemies, and then touch them. That will be enough for you to kill them. But in the case of bigger enemies, for example, that data is lighter. They want to promote themselves anyway, right? You have to hit them a lot of times with the pepper. Same thing with these green pumpkins. In the case of the celery, yeah, I think there are a couple of times you have to hit or yeah, with the pepper. The peas, the same thing. The bigger, the more complicated, or the more hits you need to paralyze them. There is a carrot, I think. Yeah, that flies. It's another K attack. I don't know if actually attacks you. No, apparently it flies randomly, and well, I think it already killed me 1 or 2 times already. What else do we have? Sausage. I think there is one administrator on GameAnyone.com who loves sausage. I'm not gonna mention his name, but yeah, he's a big fan of sausage for some reason. And pears to what else do we have in here? Yeah, basically that. It's so the ingredients of each of these burgers are so random. Not necessarily have bread, tomato, cheese, lettuce, or all of that together. As you can see, some of them miss, and you will actually notice that some of these ingredients, or some of these burgers, have just the 2 pieces of bread. No patty, no tomato, no cheese, no anything. Second boss, ladies and gentlemen, it's a nest? Yeah, apparently it's a... what? Is that all? Nah, this is not all. Oh my god, it's a vulture, I guess. Anyway, doesn't look that hard. And as I said before, bosses take very few hits. As you can see, I already killed it. That was fucking quick. Third world. Looks like a lake. And I see the castle in the background. That's the final boss's castle. I'm supposed to go there. Is that liquid soap? I think so. I think so. I can kill it. It's like the data is lighter. Yeah, one of these enemies, I don't really know what it is. It turns into a, well, it's a giant bamboo, I think, and launches like fucking spacecraft. Video game logic. Whoa, fucking fish. These ones remind me of the ones you fight against, sorry, in Donkey Kong Country 2, right? I don't remember the name of that fish. A fry pan, that's another of the different weapons like you can get in here. I think it doesn't have any range, so... well, actually, the only one with range is water, if I'm not mistaken. Now I got stuck. Gotta wait for this fucking... well, actually I can kill the bamboo thing anyway. Another positive aspect of this game in comparison to the prequel is basically the fact of having a lot of pepper attacks, because on the NES or the arcade you had like 3 at most per level. Now you have like 20, at least 20. Now I'm using 99, but you have at least 20, and you can get more on these items on the left and the right in these little towers, so it's not that complicated. Okay, I'll see you in the next part, guys.